Hello, welcome back. This is Sandi Ballard, your host of the Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. If you have not done so, please connect with me on LinkedIn, like my Growing Forward Business Facebook page, and perhaps if you want to sign up for my email newsletter, if you're not getting this via email, please email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, and let me know. You can actually text to do that now, but just shoot me an email and I'll get you signed up. So, how are you hearing this? How are you listening? Did you connect through iTunes or Google Play, YouTube, Libsyn, SoundCloud? I think iHeartRadio as well. I really appreciate everybody listening and all of you sharing, because it's just blowing me away with my stats. Already the month, halfway over, and I've already doubled the downloads from last month. So really cool. It's blowing my mind to see that happen, and I really thank you, because obviously it's all of you doing it. So, moms or dads, if you're listening, that handle the mama position, did you get what you want yesterday, or what you wanted? Did you get, well, here in the United States, it's Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day on yesterday. So did you get what you wanted? Dads, did you get mom what she wanted? Listeners, did you tell me, did you post, did you email me what you wanted? Or at least admit to yourself and tell yourself what you wanted? And as I asked last week, you have to admit to yourself or someone if you truly believe you can and will achieve it. So what was it? If you haven't listened to that podcast, go back and listen to that one and come back here, okay? That's podcast number 58. So the first step is to know, realize, admit, and understand what you want. Say it out loud, write it down, tell people. And a lot of times people do keep goals and things like that to themselves. But once you say it out loud, yes, it's real, and that can be scary. But then the next step can be even harder. It's believing. Believing in yourself. Believing you deserve it, which can be huge for someone. Sometimes it's hard for me to do that. Believing you can access it, acquire it, accomplish it. Believing is the hardest part, especially when it's something you think you want more than life. And you just seem to keep hitting roadblocks, finding challenges, just stumbling your way, and you're like, man, am I ever going to freaking get this or acquire it, whatever it is? Are you ever going to, see your dream come true? Or is it just always out of reach? So why not give up? Say, meh, screw it, whatever, wasn't a good idea anyway. Why not throw in the towel, right? Why keep going? Why keep trying? Why not? Why bother? Why don't you just quit? Not very motivating, is that? But it is hard. It can be hard, and there's always, what do they say, nothing does, or I can't remember the quote exactly, something about whatever you really want, because they don't say it'll be easy, it'll be worth it. But it is, if it's that hard, will it ever be worth it? Shouldn't life be fun and easy? Yeah, wouldn't that be just joyous? But, if we don't have hard times, we won't enjoy the good times. I had a cashier, I heard her speaking to the woman in front of me recently, and she said, every day's a good day, honey, just some are better than others. And I really appreciated that. Man, that has definitely stuck with me. So, but would it, if you're sitting there thinking right now, well, someone you know or know of, we all know or have heard of a celebrity, or maybe, a owner of a company, big corporation that seems to have all their shit together, just seems to make everything look so easy, but you don't know their journey. You don't know their struggles. You don't know what they've gone through to get where they are. And perhaps they don't challenge themselves enough. Perhaps they're taking the easy way. So why not? Why don't you? Well, it's up to you to decide. But you've got to worry about your journey only. And because you really don't know what they're going through. They just may be good at working through that on their own or hiding it. But maybe they've already learned a lot of lessons already in life. And, you've got to put in your time too, right? Only you can decide if it's going to be worth it. And, as my second book is titled, how badly do you want it? Only you can determine that. And sometimes we don't always get what we want. I touched on that last week in the podcast when I asked what it is you really wanted, and do you believe you can accomplish it, acquire it, deserve it? Do you deserve it? And believing yes is the next step, and it's hard because if you doubt yourself, you don't believe you deserve it. What do you want? Or you don't deserve what you don't believe you deserve what you want. Will you ever get it? I'm sure some of you have heard the term limiting beliefs. Basically, it's the head trash, the stories you tell yourself. I have them. I'm sure we all have them. I've gotten rid of a lot of them, but, sometimes they just kind of creep back in. And a lot of times these are things that stem from your childhood. It can affect whether we think we're good enough, strong enough, deserving enough. Honestly, one of my limiting beliefs used to be that I always used to go around saying, I don't need money to be happy. Now, I'm not saying I need money to be happy now. It's just that whole challenge and that belief. I had a friend say, one time a few years ago, Sandy's one of the happiest people I know. Now, if you know me, I can be pretty sassy, but it doesn't mean I'm not happy. I love life and I love being happy and laughing. But that whole concept about I don't need money to be happy was a limiting belief. Because I did have, I don't want to say an unhealthy relationship with money, but just a different perspective of it. And I've had times, especially younger, with being able to, when I had jobs or even when I first started my first business at 24, struggled to make more than enough. I mean, to have that savings account. So I had to work through that myself. The limiting belief became, am I worthy of it? Am I ever going to make enough money? I guess I'm destined to be broke or whatever. And so I had to work with myself on that. And I had to learn how to have a healthier relationship with money, have a healthier relationship with myself, and realize I am worth it. I am worth making more money and doing what I love, which is helping people. And it's okay to charge, because whatever you do in life, if you're a photographer, you're allowed to charge. If you're a pizza maker, you get paid, or if you own the restaurant, you're allowed to charge for that. So, it's learning how to be okay with making money doing what you love. And yeah, it can sometimes be hard, the unexpected car repairs. Just after I remember this, I splurge on something, buy a great pair of shoes or maybe book a vacation or something. Then all of a sudden I get a car repair or home, something happens with the house, and I slip back into that and be like, okay, maybe I'm being punished for splurging. I shouldn't have spent that money. And so I have to stop that head trash. I have to stop that limiting belief. And regardless that it's not really related to money or to business, it affects your whole life. Those limiting beliefs affect everything. And so I want to know, this week, I want to know, what are your top 3 limiting beliefs? This is going to take some time to think about, okay? It's going to be a little hard for some of you to admit things and realize what they are. Perhaps related to bad luck, or like I said, I went out and splurged, but then I had an unexpected car repair. So think about it. Take some time. What are your top 3 limiting beliefs? Post them here. Email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, B-I-Z. Let me know. And because if you can't figure out, you've got to schedule a strategy session, because these limiting beliefs is what's keeping you from believing you can get what you want. and keeping you from achieving your success. Okay? So we got to get rid of those limiting beliefs so we can all succeed. Right? That's all for this week. Please contact me, sballard@growingforward.biz. Connect with me at LinkedIn, Twitter, slballard13. And again, if you can't figure it out, you're having trouble, let's work through, schedule a strategy session, schedule a one-time coaching session. Let's talk through this. Let's make this happen and get these limiting beliefs out there, and let's deal with them so you can succeed, all right? Have a great week. See you back here next week. Cheers.